All right,
Okay.
so it's part two. So now we've got our cater and pickup report ready here. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna use a cater and pickup report by just looking at the groups names, and we know that these are the groups that are considered a convention revenue. So the first one is
Okay, now stop. If I have marked that box, I'm the one that decides if it's catering or convention.
yes,
Okay.
yes, and make sure that they are marked correctly. That's another
Right.
thing. So first one
Okay,
is
now going back, sorry to interrupt, but how many rooms do you consider a convention?
minimum 10 rooms. I mean, it
Okay.
has to be 10 rooms. If you have a meeting with 2 rooms, 2 sleeping rooms for their speakers, that's not considered a convention. That's still catering.
Okay.
But if they have 10 or more, then yes.
How about a family reunion?
Family reunion, they should be catering. They should be catering.
Even if you have 40 rooms?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna take a look at, so we have our Excel spreadsheet open and cater and pickup report open. So what I'm gonna put here, I'm just gonna type in here, double click, convention. And then the original spreadsheet that we created, we're gonna call that one catering. So, and I will copy these by highlighting, right click copy, and paste them paste them here. And you can stretch these columns however you want. That's not important. And then what we're gonna do, so the first one is Wyoming Geriatric Education, or in other words, block name is Alzheimer's Summit. So we're gonna find here on catering. So these are all the Alzheimer's because we already sort them out by business block name. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come here, highlight them with left click, and then select them all the way down here where Alzheimer's Summit ends. Right click, cut. And we're gonna copy it and paste it, cut and paste it here. And right click here and delete. And we're gonna come back to cater and pickup report again. What's our next group? Federated Firefighters of Wyoming. So we're gonna go and find this group on our Excel spreadsheet. Since this is in order, alphabetical order, so we're gonna do the same thing for select all of the Federated Firefighters of Wyoming, cut, and then come back here at convention and paste it. When you come back here, delete that again. We're gonna go back to cater and pickup report again. So we will do this until we finish this cater pickup. So the EMDR weekend is another convention. So we will find the EMDR weekend number 1 training from the top where it ends. Right click, cut.
That's one that I'm working on. They changed stuff. He said, let's do exactly the same thing that we did the first.
Right.
And then he changed his mind.
So, and then delete here. So what we did here is now we have convention revenue on one spreadsheet here under convention and catering on the other one. So we just want to make sure that this is all the catering pickup. Catering pickup report will also give you the rooms revenue, sleeping room revenue. Here, the top one is current, and then the bottom one is actual. So this is the column right here. This column right here is the sleeping room revenue. So while you have the catering pickup report, you can also put your sleeping room revenue there. So I'm gonna go back to convention, since that cater and pickup report is for convention. And this is something that you need to type manually. So what's the name of the group? Alzheimer's Summit. Alzheimer's Summit. And I'm gonna put this one rooms. And then the revenue here is 10,110. 10,110. And then the next group is Federated Firefighters of Wyoming. firefighters of Wyoming, rooms, and then the revenue is here 2143. So the top one is the current, which is expected revenue, and then the bottom one is what they actualized. So 2143. 2043. And next one is the EMDR weekend training. You don't have to put the entire group name, but an EMDR here, 3081. All we need is revenue. To total these up, I want to total them up here. So next thing is, since this list is, so we're going to come back to catering. This list is based on block sorted by block name. So what we're going to do next is we're going to sort them by revenue type. So I highlighted an entire column of revenue type, and then come back here, sort and filter, sort A to Z. And then expand the selection, hit sort. So now everything has been sorted by event revenue. And the next thing what I'll do is I will separate them by giving 2 empty rows. So select the last AV, highlight 2 rows, right click, insert. So now I have separated this. So there's food, highlight the first 2 rows, right click, insert. So it'll insert 2 empty rows. Come back here, last row of food, insert, it'll insert. And then now here, right before the rental, insert. So some of the revenues are separated. So like for instance wine, we're going to collect them under alcohol. So I'm going to highlight the alcohol here, right click, cut. And then we're going to right click here, insert cut cells. That way it will insert and then it will still give that in 2 empty rows. Watch. It drops it down. So liquor, right click, and insert cut cells. So we don't get commission on miscellaneous, so I'm going to delete that. So all we have is rental here, food here, and bar is actually a bartender fee, and so we don't get commission on those either. So all I have here is beer, C liquor, C wine, wine, liquor. So all of these consider a beverage, in other words, alcoholic beverage. And other things that I saw here is the ATT, which revenue type is for attendant fee, and we don't get commission on those either. But if you see a TECH, which is technical, and they should be collected on their audiovisual. So if we had technical down bottom here, I would have to cut those and then paste them under AV. Any questions?
No.
Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the total. So in order for us to do, since I've separated them, I'm going to total the AV. Equal SUM, open parentheses, and highlight the ones that I want to get total. And once I select it, you can see it's selected. Close parentheses, enter. And then it will give you the total. So I'm going to do the same thing here for the alcohol. Equal SUM, open parentheses, and with my mouse, I'm going to go and select those cells that I want to get total for. Close parentheses, enter. So we'll do the same thing for the food. Equal SUM, open parentheses. You can start from the bottom as well, it doesn't matter. And then go scroll up and make sure you select the food. Close parentheses, enter. So these are right here. And then we'll do the same thing for the rental. Equal SUM, open parentheses. Highlight the cells, close parentheses, enter. And then here, what I'll do is we're going to calculate the service charge. And I'm just typing the service charge manually here. And so there are two things